Thanks for coming to Yoga Pilates. Let's start by setting our posture, feet under hips. Lift up through your legs. Lift the rib cage up off the waist. Make lots of room to engage that core. Roll the shoulder blades down the back, palms to the front of the room. Close your eyes, lift your chin, level your head, feel the back of the head over the back of the spine with your eyes closed. You can really focus on balancing that weight instead of trying to equalize where your eyes are. 2 big inhales here. Open eyes, feel that same alignment, staying tall, lots of space in between those vertebrae. Let's start our warm up standing with a big inhale. Open the chest, bring the arms back. Exhale, roll that pelvis under to start. Push all the way through. Inhale and exhale. Starting with the roll of that pelvis and then bringing the rest of the spine along with it. Really good. Just feeling the movement come all the way from your base, all the way up through all of your abs to the very top. Nice warm up here for 4, 3, 2, last one. Stand it up again tall. Feel that you're a little bit warmed up now, a little bit looser, still really aligned. And let's come down to the mat to start our Pilates series. We're going to start with some leg raises. So we'll start with palms flat on the mat, chest open, feet together, legs open into a first position or a Pilates V. Press that belly button down to the spine, keeping a nice gentle curve of your lower spine, your lumbar spine above the mat. Inhale, exhale, right leg up. Inhale it down. Exhale, left leg up. So you can flex those feet. That adds a lot of stretch along the back of the leg, or you can point them, which gives you a little more length, makes it a little easier to keep the leg straight. I find flex is a bit more of a challenge for me since I tend to be very tight. So I'll start with a flex. Exhale up, inhale down, exhale, inhale, up and down. 2 more sets, alternating legs like this. Then we're going to get ready to bring those legs together. If you'd like, you can, of course, always stay with legs separate. If you'd like now, you can bring your thumbs underneath your glutes to give yourself a little more leverage. Squeeze those thighs together. Choose those feet pointed or flexed, keeping the legs open or the hips open. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Really nice. Maintaining that hip opening. I think I'm going to go ahead and point the toes now. Keeping the thighs squeezed together and lower. Lift and lower. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep those legs in the air, reach those arms up and over, back here. So head and shoulders are up off the mat, arms up and over, and reach. You can have your legs at a 45-degree angle, or you can bring them up at a 90, whatever gives you the work that you're looking for. We're in a little bit of a crunch variation, but keeping head and shoulders lifted, changing, feeling how the weight changes as your arms go behind you and then come close to the body. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug those knees. Rock side to side. Let some of that tension out. And we're going to roll all the way forward for our plank variation. We're going to come into a rotating plank. So you can be on your hands or your elbows. I'm going to be on hands this time. You can be on knees or on toes. If you're on knees, you'll rotate one leg out, come to the center, rotate the other leg out, come to the center. If you're on toes, same thing. Rotate to the side, center, rotate to center. So just coming into this plank rotation, rotate and center. You can have that top leg in front of the other leg, or you can have feet stacked. Rotate to center, rotate to center. Nice. Trying to follow that top hand with your gaze. That adds an extra dimension to your balance as you continually change your gaze. Maybe I shouldn't try to do that at the moment. Lift and center for 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to hands and knees, sit back, roll your wrists. We're going to do some 8 count holds, center, side, center, side, center. So get ready, choose knees or toes, choose hands or elbows, starting with the center for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open side for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Center 8. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Push back into child's pose. Big toes together, knees apart, arms extended, using those palms on the mat to push the hips back toward the heels. And come back forward. We're going to come into our side series. We're going to work those inner thighs. We've already warmed them up by doing our rotation lifts at the beginning. Top hand or on hip or on the mat in front of you. Top foot on the mat, flex that bottom foot, lift and down. Hips stacked, using this top hand to push the top hip a little bit forward. Lift and down, getting as much height on this lift as you can. Lift and down, lift and down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend that top leg a little bit higher than hip width. You might want to have your hand on the floor for a little bit of balance, or for a challenge, you can have it on your hip. You're going to lift that lower leg to meet and then hover it down. Lift and down. Lift and down. This takes some of the work from the inner thigh and brings it into this whole girdle of muscle here, your lower back, your oblique, your abs. Lift and lower, lift and lower for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leave this leg up here, just little pulses up and down. Pulse, pulse, both legs together. Pulse, 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 pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set those legs down. Roll it to the other side. Choose your arm position. Plant that top foot, flex the bottom foot, lift and lower. Big height here. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Top hip is forward. Lift. 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 Lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Top leg extended a little bit higher than hip width. Give yourself a good challenging target. Lift and rest. Well, not really rest. Lift and hover. Lift and hover. Again, top hip almost feeling pushed forward so that you're really balanced up and down here. Lift and hover. Lift and hover. Nice. Keep it going. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep those legs lifted. Pulse it up and down. Pulse, 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 pulse. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. We're going to come onto our knees for some candlestick dippers. So one knee is under your hip, other leg extended, toes forward, foot flat on the mat. That foot is in line with the knee, right about at the arch of the foot. Straight up and down on this hip, arms out. Well, let's have arms up. That's a little nice challenge here. And bending over that bent knee, lift it up. Rib cage up and over, coming back up. Shoulders stay square to the front of the room. Feel that strong ab work to lift your body back up, keeping your torso from falling all the way to the mat, not overbalancing on that extended foot. Nice. And lift. Up and over. And lift. Nice. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. This time, extend your arms in a T. Hopefully your mat is a little bit slidey. We're gonna slide this foot out, slide it back in. So we're back to our inner thighs here, slide and in, engaging that core, especially on the way in. So pull from here and open. Pull in and open. So inner thigh work, but also definitely some core work. Open, pull in, open, pull in for 4, 3, 2, 1, pull it in. Turn toward this foot, this extended foot, rotating a little bit on your knee. Reach up and over, flex the foot, little stretch here along the back of the leg. That feels good. Other side. Knee right under hip to start, leg extended, foot flat on the mat. Line up the arch of that foot with the knee. Arms up overhead. Lift the rib cage up and over to the side where that knee is bent on the floor. And lift. Coming down as far as you can while still maintaining control. If your shoulders are getting tired, you can just bring your hands to your shoulders. You'll still get lots of work, but having the arms up overhead and then extending them to the side gives you your maximum body weight resistance here. And lift up and over and lift. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms extended. Slide that foot. Draw it in. Slide it out. Draw it in. Trying to use all of your muscles to bring it in. Nice smooth movement. Trying not to jerk and use momentum, but slowly with control, use the muscles. Slide in and out, in and out, in and out. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn toward that outstretched leg, arms up, flex the foot, reach up and over toward that foot. Get a good stretch along the back of the leg. And coming all the way forward onto the mat, laying on your belly, coming into our swimming. Let's start with our arms today. So tops of the feet glued to the mat, arms extended, lift up the head and chest, lift up the arms, and start that swimming with the arms. Swim, swim, swim. Trying to keep them up off the mat. Nice hover here. Shoulders and the head. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Palms on the floor in front of you, chin on the mat. Lift up those legs, nice straight legs. Kick, kick, kick. So trying to lift them up so high, only your hip bones are in contact with the floor. Lift, lift, lift. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax for a second. Bend your knees. Windshield wiper your calves. All right, let's put those together. Lift the head and chest. Lift the legs. Lift the arms. Kick legs. Paddle with your hands. Legs straight, arms straight. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push it back to that child's pose. Let's get a little bit of a low back stretch. You can wiggle your hips side to side. Now coming to seated on the mat. We're going to finish off with a boat variation. So let's have our hands on the mat, a little bit behind your hips, but not wide, pretty narrow with your body. Straighten that spine, open the chest. You've got your hands for support so you can really be strong with that upper body. Squeeze those thighs together, lift and tap, lift and tap. Nice. Really feel that lower belly engage to rotate the pelvis and lift up those legs. Big exhale, breathe out, pushing all that air out. Helps with that lift and tap, lift and tap, squeezing those thighs together. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your boat. You can keep your hands for support. You can bend the knees or straighten the legs for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll through to hands and knees. Tuck under your toes, push back to down dog. Roll through the shoulders, drop the head down between the arms. Let your heels float toward the mat. Holding this nice stretch for 3 breaths, giving our muscles a chance to let go, start to elongate, untangling those muscle fibers. Walk your feet up to your hands. Forward fold. Slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Head last. Roll back your shoulders. Open your palms to the front of the room. Make sure your feet are right under your hips. Lift up those legs. Lift the pelvis up off the hips. Lift the rib cage up off the waist. Close the eyes again. Feel that level head, back of the head over the back of the spine. 3 breaths here. Open eyes. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse that swan dive. Exhale, palms to heart center. One more time. This time we'll come all the way through into our warrior series. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, palms to the mat. Step or jump back into your plank, chaturanga. Elbows squeezing onto that rib cage, hovering over the mat, coming into your up dog, and pushing back to your down dog. And we're gonna flip our dog before we come into our warrior series. Inhale, right leg into the air. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip, keeping the shoulders square. Twist is happening at the waist. Look for that foot underneath the left arm. And if you're comfortable, you can let that foot keep rotating all the way over into your flipped dog, keeping those hips high up in the air, trying to get the shoulders parallel to the ceiling. And now flip back, leg up in the air, really strong. Set it down. You can walk your knees or your feet as we prepare to do the other side. Inhale that left leg into the air. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Shoulders stay square. Look for that foot with a nice lifted knee, rotated knee. And if you'd like, you can let that foot continue to rotate all the way down to the mat. Hips lifted, trying to square those shoulders to the ceiling. And get ready to untwist. Leg in the air. Bring that foot down. Walk your feet. And let's move into our warrior series. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, put it down between the palms. Bring that left foot down to the mat. Rise up into your warrior one. Exhale, float down. Inhale, open to warrior two. Exhale, float down. Inhale, flip that front palm. Exhale, coming to peaceful warrior. Inhale here, exhale, float down. Inhale, tuck your elbow inside that right thigh and reach the left arm up and over and float down. Palms to the mat. Walk that right foot out to the edge of the mat. You can stay up here on your hands. You can come down to your elbows. You can stay back on your toes, or you can drop the back knee, lizard pose. Getting a nice hip opener here. Palms back under your shoulders. Back knee up if you had it down. Step back into your plank. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step it forward into your warrior one. Exhale, float down. Inhale, palms to heart center. Open to warrior two. Check this front knee, make sure it's not collapsing. Inhale, exhale, float down. Clip that front palm. Peaceful warrior. Inhale, exhale, float. And coming into your extended side angle. Tuck that elbow inside the thigh. Reaching up and over with the right hand. Exhale. Float down toward the mat. Palms to the mat. Right toes onto the mat. Walk that left foot to the edge. Staying here on your hands. Coming down to your elbows. Staying up on that back toe. Or dropping down onto the knee. Give that left hip a chance to relax into this opening. And palms under shoulders. Back up on those back toes. Step into your plank. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Roll through the shoulders. See if you can drop your head even further. Lifting those glutes up and diagonally into the air. Letting the heels float down. Nice stretch on those calves. And a little bit on the hamstrings. Look up between your hands, step or jump your feet up toward them. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach those arms in front of you, all the way up. Palms to heart center. And palms to your sides, facing the front of the room. Roll your shoulders back. Reset this mountain pose. Feel the difference that all of that stretching every which way makes to how you feel. Just appreciate what your body can do. Let's prep for our balance. We're going to do airplane to warrior three. So starting with that right foot, lift up all the toes, set them down one at a time, starting with the pinky, palms facing toward the back, arms right alongside the body, open the chest, nice open shoulders, Big inhale. On the exhale, hinge forward, lifting that left leg, trying to have your body in a nice straight line, hips square, shoulders square. You can stay here, or you can open those arms to the front for a full warrior three. Reaching with the hands, reaching with the foot. 5 breaths. And set that foot down. Nice. Get ready for the other side. Shake yourself out. Lift up all those left toes. Set them down, starting with a pinky. Rotate the shoulders back. Palms facing the back of the room. Nice, tall, straight spine. Head in alignment. Inhale, exhale, hinge. Once you get in position, bring those arms in front. And hold for 5 breaths. And set that foot down. Nice job. Shake it out. Let's come to a standing V. I'm going to grab a towel to use as a strap. If you don't have tight shoulders, you probably don't need anything. Spread those feet really wide. Big toes pointing together. Palms clasped behind you or holding onto your strap. Nice open chest. Inhale, lift the chin. Tiny, tiny back bend just with the upper back. So core is strong, lifting those shoulders back behind you. And now exhale, forward fold. Arms come up behind you. Getting a stretch in the chest and the shoulders, as well as the legs. Let the head hang and be heavy. Try to rotate your weight towards your toes to get a little more stretch along the back of the body. Inhale and slowly rise up on an exhale. Unbind those hands. This time we're going to have the arms out in a T. Tiny back bend just of the upper back, opening the shoulders and chest to the ceiling. Exhale. Sweep your left arm to the outside of your right leg, opening your right arm up to the sky, looking up at that right arm. Feel a big stretch in the opposite leg. And hands to the inside of that right foot, bend the right knee. You're going to wrap that right arm around. Again, big stretch here. Unbind that hand, both hands on either side of the foot. Turn the foot toward the short edge of the mat. We're going to come into a standing split. So push that back foot off the mat, straighten the front leg, hands for balance. If you want to challenge your balance, you can hold onto the ankle of that supporting leg. or not. Lifting that leg high into the air for that standing split. And set that foot down. Come back to your V. Reset those feet, make sure they're parallel, and walk your right hand, your right hand over to your left leg, left hand into the sky, big twist, gaze going up toward that top hand. Straight legs here. And now bend that left knee. You can wrap the left arm under and around. Big stretch here. Let the head continue to hang heavy. Bend that knee. Melt into the stretch. Unbind feet on, hands on either side of that foot. Turn the toes toward the short edge of the mat. Push that back foot up into a standing split. Again, you can go for the balance, or you can keep your hands on the mat to increase your height. Step back into that V, hands to the center. Reset your equilibrium, hands on your hips. Slowly reach that head forward and rise up with a straight spine. Lifting, lifting. Beautiful. Coming back to the top edge of your mat. We're going to come down. I think we have time for like one bridge and one wheel. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step or jump into the plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Walk all the way through onto your back. We'll start with that bridge. Walk, laying on your back, walk your heels toward your glutes, feet flat on the mat, hip distance apart. I'm going to use my strap, so you can have your strap handy, or you can clasp your hands underneath. Open your chest, tuck your shoulder blades under. Big inhale. On the exhale, roll through that pelvis, roll through the spine, lift up, clasp the hands, tuck the shoulders even more underneath you, using that leverage to lift your hips up super high. Inhale the right leg into the air. And set it down. Inhale that left leg into the air. And set it down. Lift up those hips one more time, as high as you can lift them, and slowly roll back down, one vertebra at a time. Rock your knees side to side. You can repeat the bridge, or if wheel is in your practice, you can come into a wheel, reset those feet, palms next to your head, fingertips pointing toward your toes. Big inhale, exhale, roll through the pelvis, this time lifting all the way up for 3 breaths. And slowly roll all the way back through. Hug the knees. Rock side to side. When you feel like you've given your lower back enough stretch, extend the legs. Let them open. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath you to open your chest, palms up toward the sky. Exhale through your mouth, letting out all your tension. Roll over to one side, tucking your knees, tucking your toes in a fetal position, resting your arm along your body. Again, exhale through the mouth a couple times. Feel how differently the floor supports your weight on your side, yet still completely. Push yourself up to a seated position. Palms face up on the legs, thumb and forefinger together in the mudra, making a perfect continuous circle. Push the tailbone down, lift the top of the head. Feel how tall your spine is after you've treated yourself to all of this work and stretching. Just appreciate what your body can do for you. Inhale, palms to heart center. Exhale, dropping the shoulders. Inhale to the center of your forehead. One more time, pushing that tailbone down, lifting the top of the head to the sky. Big inhale, and if you'd like, you can join me in a bow. Namaste. Thanks for coming to yoga Pilates today. I'm glad you could make it.